Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for being here. I had to come back and make this part 2 of this morning's reading, and when I asked for a song, I got the same exact song. Like, how does that even happen when you shuffle? You keep getting the same song. Stand By Me. Stand By Me is what came out. And I was thinking about the story that we read this morning in Sweet Tea for the Soul. And it was talking about Job. It talked about that pearl and being irritated, and then that person that irritated you might eventually become the one that brought the most joy, the most comfort, the most whatever to your life. And I remember in Job had a wife. He had, I think, 7 sons and 3 daughters. I think he had 10 children in all, if I'm not mistaken. I had to think about it for a little while. It's been a long time since I've read the book of Job, but it's like 42 chapters of nothing but pure suffering. Suffering for no reason. I didn't do anything wrong. That was the thing about Job. He was not at fault for his suffering, and he knew that. And everybody tried to say, come on, man, humble yourself. You did something. You need to tell God the truth. You need to get real honest, and you need to humble yourself and admit that you're not perfect. But he didn't do anything wrong. And that's the thing about suffering. It comes on the righteous and the unrighteous. And what does righteous even mean? What does the word righteous even mean? Because we throw that word around in religions and we don't even probably understand what it means. Righteous just means that you're in right standing with God. It means that you've made peace with God. It doesn't mean that you are blameless. Okay? You might be blameless, but we're born with sin nature, and so was Job. And he ended up wrestling with God over why is this happening to me? Why? I think he asked like 25 times, why is this happening to me? And God finally did have to humble Job, and he was like, I don't owe you an explanation. There is no explanation. It's pointless, really, you know. But you don't know everything, Job. You don't know everything. But he had 3 friends. He lost his wife, his very wife that was supposed to be there to support him because of all the suffering. She had lost her home, her children, and now her husband's health was failing because he got sick. He got sores all over his body and would take pieces of broken pottery and scrape the sores on his body. And she said, you need to curse God and die. She wanted him to curse God so he could die because she felt like, now your suffering is causing me to suffer. And she wasn't like Job. She didn't trust God through the adversity. She was like the rest of us. She was like, curse God and die. I mean, I probably would have felt that way too if I had been Job, because my faith is not that strong. When shit starts hitting the fan, and it has been lately, let me tell you, you know, I might look like I live a perfect life, but I don't. I had a phone call just the other day with somebody calling me to bitch and complain about a piece of land that's a right-of-way. And now they're trying to tell me that I have to put another driveway in that I've been using for almost 40 years. Anyway, I just said all that to say that this is about suffering. This is about suffering that we don't understand. That's what this is about. Why am I sick? Why are my children gone? Like, why did I have to lose my children? Why couldn't I have my children? Why is my health failing? Why did I lose my home? Why did I lose everything? Why? 25 whys, Job asked. And God proceeds to ask him from a whirlwind, I believe is how it came to him. A tornado. Let's bring another, But you have to go back to the beginning of the story when Satan was walking to and fro seeking someone that he may devour. And God said, hey, Satan, come here, come here. I have a child that is so strong that even you cannot break this child away from me. This person loves me so much that, yeah, they have everything. I gave this person everything. And then I'm going to let you take it all away. And bet you that child will not curse me. That child will still continue to trust in me, even though I take everything, allow you to take everything. I'm not going to take anything. I'm going to allow you to take it all. And when you're done destroying this man's life and all of his friends come to see him and blame him for his circumstances and say that he has done something wrong to deserve this, knowing that he hasn't, then I'm going to give it all back to him double. All of it came back to Job double, but not until he had lost his health. So, for some reason I was asked to share that with you. But he never cursed God, not one time did his faith really, he asked why. We all ask why. Sometimes there is no answer. And that was the thing that bothered him the most. It wasn't that there was no answer, it was that there was no answer. When I ask why, when I pray, I don't get an answer. I don't know where you are, God. Where are you? Why aren't you listening to me? Why aren't you talking to me? Why does it feel like there's no such thing? He felt the absence of God in his suffering. Have you ever felt like God was nowhere to be found when you were suffering? May I have a message, please? Training ground. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. Genesis 39:3. Have you ever found yourself in a position completely opposite of where you hoped to be? Well, you're not alone. Joseph, a favored child, was sold into slavery by his jealous brothers and faced the prospect of a dismal life. Still, he made the most of his situation and excelled in his lowly state. Then things got even worse. Joseph was accused of a crime he didn't commit and was thrown into prison. Most people would be downright depressed at this point, mad at the world and mad at God. But he gained and found favor. This time with the prison warden who entrusted him with the important responsibilities. He was a cook, and then he became the cupbearer of the Pharaoh. Afterwards, through another series of miraculous circumstances, God raised Joseph up to become Pharaoh's right-hand man. And God ultimately used this former slave and prisoner to preserve the people of Israel during a great famine. And his brothers that had sold him into slavery came to him when he was the right-hand man of the Pharaoh and had to ask him for help to feed them during a famine. And this is the very people that had betrayed him. God will bring your enemies back to you to ask you for a favor. Faith check. You might find yourself in a difficult training ground as well, but be assured that the same God who prepared Joseph for great things is preparing you. A person who excels in his or her work will stand before kings. Proverbs 22:29. 2229 is somehow significant. 2229. All right. May I see how you're working here, Spirit? We saw earlier that there was going to be a wheel. Charity came out in reverse. That's unconditional love. That's a fuel kiss. All right. What's the energy to overcome? The hope and feeling like somebody is deceiving you when it comes to having hope. So you feel like somebody's deceiving you by telling you that God will rescue you from your troubles, huh? The Fool is here with judgment. And the Emperor in reverse. What's going to pull it together? There's going to be an Empress that pulls it together. Her desire when it comes to the Hanged Man being stuck. She has a desire. This Empress has a desire for somebody to see something from their perspective, or for them to see it from their other person's. Their desire to see this differently is what's going to pull it together. For you to stop seeing this as a manipulation, for you to have hope. And to have unconditional love withheld somehow. You're having your spirit. We have a few Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn twice, and Pisces with Virgo. And I think this can also be air myself, just my personal school of thought. There's something in your life that you're close to the end of. You're very, very close to the end, okay? Unconditional love is in reverse. So it's like, you don't love me unconditionally, but that's how God's working. I don't want you to feel like I love you unconditionally right now. I want you to feel like I've forsaken you. Or that somebody's forsaken you. And this is how God is working. The energy to overcome is thinking that you have hope and that you've been deceived about having hope. You feel like you've been deceived that you have hope, but you haven't. You just feel that way. And you're meant to feel that way right now. What's going to pull it together is your desire to see this from a different perspective. So this cycle can finally be over. The world is upright. Thriving and embracing. Sacred landscape. May we see how you're working here. Show me how you're working in charity in reverse. How are you working when it comes to charity in reverse? No unconditional love. How is the sacred landscape working? This is power. You're feeling the power of God. God is showing you how powerful they are. Alright? And the energy to overcome being that there's hope. You feel like somebody's manipulating you to think you have hope. This is bringing you courage. And it's teaching you to be more flexible in your thinking. It's teaching you to be more flexible in the way that you are. You are too rigid in the way you think. And it's bringing you courage. Somehow giraffes are going to be significant. There's planetary alignments big time here. Tigers and giraffes are significant in some way to this situation. And when it comes to this strong desire, this devil, and seeing this from a different perspective, how are you working in this situation? Yes, please. That's a lot of cards. You're helping somebody to see that taking risks can bring pleasure and a gateway that you can trust, and purity and embracing. I don't know what that means, but it's leading you to solitude, whatever it means. You're taking risk when it comes to pleasure, but there's a gateway you can trust, and there's purity you're going to embrace. Somehow you're going to be cleaned up. God's going to clean you up and make you pure. And it's leading you to be solitude, to have your independence, to be alone in some way. Alright, let's see if we can find out how this happened. How do we find out how this happens? Let's use this deck first. Show me please how this happened. Fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. Alright, well what was being hidden? So it's like, fuck your feelings. I don't care how you feel. Do you really love them? You're fucking stressed. So secretly you're asking yourself, do you really love them? And you're stressed. You're stressed. Alright, well what's being shown? That's what's being hidden. You might be stressed because you don't know if somebody really loves you. That you're going to cook a fucking meal and have sex. Alright, and what's going to happen next? A lot. A lot. I'm not taking that many cards. What's going to happen next? May I see, please? So secretly you're asking yourself, you're going to do the damn dishes. Soaking is not fucking washing. And say, fuck your job. I don't care about your job. And fuck your feelings too. You're like, fuck your feelings. I don't even know if I love you, and I'm stressed, and I got to cook a meal and have sex with you, and I don't even really love you and don't care how you feel about me. Then I'm going to wash the dishes and say, fuck your job. And don't let it all hang out. So you're not telling anybody that this is what's going on, but this is what's happening behind closed doors. Show me a little bit more about how this happened. Somebody's writing it out. How did this happen, Spirit? May I see, please? Somebody was keeping you a secret. They didn't care about your family. They were money hungry. They didn't want to get kicked out of where they were living. Somehow there was a pregnancy test involved. Somebody was a copycat and you needed to be careful. Caution. Alright. What was being hidden? The trash. Somebody feels like trash. Alright, what's being shown? That shit's about to pop off and go up in flames because of somebody being promiscuous and knowing they fucked up. And we see here that there was a pregnancy test because of you having sex. And what's going to happen next? I need you. Somebody says, I need you to stand by me. Somebody's a great actor putting on a show. Somebody's pretending for some reason. Alright, let's pull some tarot on this. See what's going on here. I think we're pretty much getting the same cards that we have this morning so far. Why is the Fuicus here with Charity? The Empress making plans. So there's an Empress who's making plans, or they are making plans for you. Why is Charity in reverse? Because somebody is working on rebuilding. You're not giving away anything right now because you're trying to save every penny you can for yourself. That's why. Why is the Star here with the Magician in reverse for what we need to overcome? It's feeling of thinking that somebody's manipulating us when it comes to having hope here. Your abundance, your feminine side of abundance is in reverse. It's like, there's no hope for me to have anything. There's no hope for me to have anything. I'm not going to be abundant. I have lost it all and I'm trying to rebuild my life. And then we have over here the Devil, the Empress, and the Hanged Man. So you're stuck somewhere. There's been a lie told. What's the lie, Spirit? We have Libra, we have Virgo, and we have Sagittarius and Capricorn in the house. Somebody is hurt. Somebody from your past, a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It could be a Pisces or a Scorpio. Scorpio's here, but this is Scorpio. So there's this Scorpio that got hurt in the past. They haven't forgotten. The lie is about this person being hurt in the past. And somebody is trying to overcome this, but in order to be happy and have change, they have to see this situation correctly. What would be the correct way to see it, Spirit? There's no happiness here. There's no transformation. It's like nothing is changing here. The correct way to see it is that somebody was very defensive. Strength is here with Sagittarius, Leo's here, Cancer is here in reverse, and it's like, I'm breaking up with this person. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to tell this person that this is over. I'm going to be strong enough to tell this person that this is over and that I'm making plans for something new. And it's going to bring me a lot more balance, equal give and take. How does the other person feel about them, the one that they want to make plans with? How does that person feel? Like you don't want a relationship with them, you're friends. And like they had some kind of injustice and this ended. The relationship with this friend is over because of an injustice. It's over, like totally over, because they know the truth. And this opportunity that you were looking for and planning here, they're like, there is no opportunity for us to be together and to be happy and to have unconditional love. Why is the truth here? Ace of Swords. I'll tell you what I have in a minute. I have the Nine of Wands. I have strength upright. The Nine of Wands and strength upright is somebody who is determined, the devil determined, that I'm not going to have a relationship. Two of Cups in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. I'm determined I'm not going to have a relationship with this friend because they did me wrong. I'm not going to have a relationship with you because you did me wrong. And the truth is that you don't even think about me. You don't want a relationship with me. But secretly, they're asking themselves if they really love you. They're keeping you a secret because they're money hungry, or somebody's money hungry, and doesn't want to be kicked out. But there was a pregnancy test involved. Why is the truth here? What is the truth that's here? You're not friends anymore. You're not friends anymore, and this person don't want no love from you either. That's the truth. Why is the World on the bottom of the deck? Is what we don't see coming. That's not go. Because it's like I don't have any passion here anymore. I don't have any feelings for you anymore. And I'm looking at other options. This is her identical match, the King of Pentacles. Both of them are in reverse. So this could have been an argument you had over money. Virgo's here, and so is Taurus. Yeah, this isn't working. This just doesn't work. That's what's over. This relationship just doesn't work anymore. You feel like you don't work anymore with this person. So what's going to be the outcome of this relationship? May I see, please? What's going to be the outcome of this relationship? Ooh. Somebody is getting a room. They're going to get a room somewhere. Because they hate you now. They're burning all evidence of this. And they feel insecure. You spoiled this person. You stayed busy spoiling this person, but it's over now. Anything else we need to know? Somebody's sick, and they are manipulating, lying, controlling, and pulling the strings. The police were involved. Why are they manipulating and getting played? Because this has been a nightmare. It's been a private relationship and total drama in action. And there was a fake apology. We keep getting these same cards over and over again. Somebody was busy, somebody's into sports, and they did not keep their promise. Why didn't they keep their promise, Spirit? Because of somebody that was outdated and destroyed. Somebody is outdated. What's going to happen next here, Spirit? Somebody needs to check themselves. Somebody's a diamond girl born to shine. And they're announcing that they're coming in after you. They're aligned with the universe. And somebody made bad choices. Check yourself. And now you're expecting a new beginning. Check yourself. I'm a diamond girl that's born to shine. And I'm coming in after you because I'm aligned with the universe. And you made bad choices. That's what's going to happen next. Damn it, boy. You're not going to be spoiled anymore. I've been venting too. Clarify the bad choices. Doing drugs. Sexual protection. The sex shop is here. Depression is here. Doing drugs. Evidence of cheating. Anger management. And needing to keep yourself safe and protected. Somebody's thinking about this too. Somebody is brainstorming, coming up with ideas, figuring shit out. Alrighty then. What would your best friend, no, not your best friend, what would your higher self say? Maybe your higher self is your best friend. I know mine is. To let go. This is a failure. Alright, higher self. Maybe we have messages. You need to be patient while you're having to have acceptance. Something needs to get balanced here, and somebody needs nature. You need to get in nature. Get grounded. Be patient, have acceptance, get some balance in your life, and get grounded. You need to have more gratitude maybe, or you have a lot of gratitude for something. Anything else, higher self. You're manifesting, and you need to listen. change is coming. Clarify manifesting. Clear your energy. You're going to have forgiveness in divine timing. You'll be forgiven in divine timing. Right now there's confusion. Why are we having to clear our energy? Because something, you need to take the first step to end something. Pause it. Stop it. You have to take the first step by ending something. Be strong. You're going to get your freedom. And help is on the way. Help is on the way for you, is what's being indicated here. Alright, talk to me about what's going on here, Spirit. How did this happen? Somebody was a designer, but they had setbacks when it came to their happiness, so they started making other plans. Alright, what was being hidden here? That somebody wanted justice, and they were exploring how they could get justice. Alright, well, what's being shown? That there's somebody that's beautiful, and they're unlocking their growth, and they're going to need to be persistent. Don't give up. You're going to take off and be a teacher. What's going to happen next? Well, have a teacher. The past is here in your business. What about your business from the past? You're something about your business from the past. You're going to need to make an investment. And what will be the outcome of that? Outcome of the investment in your business. There we go. You're going to have a gift, but it's undecided. Your comfort is here. You're going to have a celebration. There was a rescuer that was temporary. Somehow your rescuing is temporary, and you're going to be silent about it. Don't talk about it. It's not time to talk about it yet. Why is gift here? It had to do with not growing up in your spirituality here. There is a phoenix rising. The gift is that you did not grow up spiritual, like in a spiritual setting maybe. I'm not sure what that means. There's a gift here in not growing up in your spirituality, but you're a phoenix rising. And you're going to have comfort and celebrate. And it has to do with rescuing, being temporary, and not talking about it. Okay? And caution in reverse. Why is caution in reverse? This is the divine timing factor, and you're going to have angelic help at the right time, is what's being said. Gaia, you need to get grounded. That's the second time I've seen get grounded. So somehow there's a need to be grounded also here. I'm not really sure I understand what's going on here. What would this King of Pentacles say? Where have you been my whole life? And booty call. What would the Queen of Pentacles say? I can't stop thinking about you. Is this love? You are my impossible love. I love all of you. And what the fuck is up with you? So she loves you, but she's mad. Probably because you feel like nobody's been there for you. And you just want a booty call. What would the third party here say? You just fell asleep on the phone. Good night. What else would they say? So you talk to this person a lot. You have me confused with someone else. Who are you really? You change up on me all the time, and do you know who really loves you? Me, but I'd never tell you. So this person loves the hell out of you. This person, they could just be a friend. They feel like you're not consistent in the way you behave. They feel like you have them somehow confused with somebody else, and do you know who really loves you? Me, but I would never tell you that. This person, all they can do is say I love you. And you want a booty call from somebody. Tell me again why you're single. Yeah, because you want booty calls. Maybe with this person who doesn't care about you, when you have somebody who does nothing but care about you. And not always the case. They always go for the ones that are shit. Alright, what would the best friend say? What would the best friend say? There is nothing in your way. Your voice matters. There's nothing in your way. Your voice matters. Alright, now let's see what the Spirit would say out of the Inner Goddess deck for guidance here. I done forgot to light my candle too. We'll be alright. Ooh. Whoa, no. Excuse me. One, please, if I may. One, please. One, please, Spirit. Thank you. One, please. That's what's up. Thank you. That one flew out. Alright. We have Creatrix and Tribe of the Kindred. Number 18. Let's turn right to it. Your soul is a divine creative fire. It wants to break free from what has been and give life to something new. You may experience this as a feeling of restlessness, of being confined, or of a craving for something more that you cannot quite articulate. Your soul doesn't want to push this new life away. It wants you to embrace it. When you let go of your inhibitions and freely express yourself, stagnant situations will be cleared out by the powerful release of your energy, which creates openness. Let your inner artist out to play in whatever way feels fun, raw, and honest for you. It's time for you to experience something new. It's time for you to experience something new. And we saw that you needed to clear your energy. Your higher self was indicating to clear your energy. And then we have number 10, Tribe of the Kindred, which is about you finding home. You finding this home that showed up a while ago. Home is where the heart is. Give your heart permission to reveal to you the people, places, and activities that feel like home for you. You are in a phase of transition in your life, casting off that which is not true to your heart in favor of that which really feels like it belongs in your world. Sometimes the mind resists, thinking that if we let go of too much, we'll be left with nothing, and that it's better to hold on even if something isn't right. This prevents us from being able to find our way home. It's safe to trust your heart as it attracts into your world that which is truly meant for you. And you are attracting something that's truly meant for you, and it's maybe a new place to live, is what it looks like. Alright, thank you so much for being here. I hope you got something out of this and that you'll let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Be blessed, and I'll be back later, probably tomorrow, with another video. Take care now. Bye-bye.